Tonight, Elon Musk is steering away from politics and government.
Take over, Elon. Yes, take it.
Signaling his days of handing out big checks on the campaign trail are over.
In terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
How unpopular is he?
How unpopular is he? How low can you go? Oh, my. Okay, take a look here. Elon Musk's net favorability rating. Look at this shift. Back in 2017, before he really started this politics thing, he was at plus 24 points. Look at where he is now. Whoa, he fell through the floor. Minus 19 points.
What's up, everybody? Major retired Richard Ojeda here, and ding dong, the Doge is dead. Which old Doge? The dumbass Doge. The wicked, warped, ketamine-fueled reign of Elon Musk's political joyride is finally over.
How many legacy media publications, talk shows, whatever, try to claim that I was a Nazi because of some random hand gesture at a rally where all I said was that my heart goes out to you, and I was talking about space travel.
Musk taking a chainsaw to federal spending in his unofficial role as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, better known as Doge.
We try to go after every part of the budget.
Those highly litigated reductions sparking protests and boycotts.
General Motors quite well liked by the American people, plus 23 points on net favorability rating. But look at Tesla, minus 20 points. So this idea that Tesla could somehow separate itself out from Elon Musk, the American people saw it the exact same way. And of course, Tesla is a business. They're in the business of selling cars. Awfully difficult to sell cars when you have a minus 20-point net favorability rating driven by Elon Musk's net favorability rating right around the same mark. And it's not a big surprise that Tesla sales had fallen in the past, at least in the first quarter, compared to where they were a year ago. It turns out that Elon Musk's political kryptonite was also becoming kryptonite for selling cars.
This isn't just a stepping away. This is a crash landing. A crash that even the Cybertruck's so-called bulletproof windows couldn't survive. The man who strutted into Washington like Marvin the Martian with a federal badge and a chainsaw, preaching about efficiency while gutting veteran services, slashing food programs, and torching regulatory protections, is finally done, finished, vaporized into political kryptonite.
Points. Among Democrats, the fall was even more dramatic. We're talking about going from plus 35 points on net favorability rating. That is quite a popular guy among Democrats. To get this, now down to minus 91 points. You can't really go lower than that. I guess you could go down to minus 100 points, but he became political kryptonite. He was greatly disliked by the American public and greatly disliked by Democrats. And obviously we saw that in Wisconsin when, of course, he spent all that money and then the liberal won that Supreme Court race.
Harry Enten called it. The man's net favorability among Democrats is a biblical negative 91. That's not just low, that's subatomic. You'd need the Large Hadron Collider to open a portal into a different dimension to find how deep he's fallen. Musk didn't just tank his own brand. He turned Tesla into a political poison, Doge into a punchline, and the Trump bromance into a ghost story. So pop the champagne, light the fireworks, because another one bites the dust. And for once, it's the right one.
Presence is certainly not what it used to be in the early months of the Trump administration. A potential reaction not just to the political blowback from the efforts of Doge, but also the internal conflicts we've seen reported with cabinet officials, such as him and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent picking two different people to lead the IRS. Of course, Elon Musk has his businesses as a factor. As you've seen, the stock in Tesla drop since he really became entwined with the White House, and he has said that that is a reason he is returning.
So let's talk about Doge, because if it sounds like a joke, that's because it was. That wasn't some serious reform initiative. This was Elon Musk walking into the federal government with a meme in one hand and a chainsaw in the other. They literally named it after a crypto joke. That's how unserious these people are. And they handed it to Elon like he was some kind of budget wizard instead of a chaos agent in a devil hat. What did he do with it? Exactly what you would expect. Slashed programs, gutted agencies, fired civil servants who had been working decades to hold things together. Called it efficiency. You know the drill. It's not fraud, waste, and abuse unless it's his tax break on the line. But if you're a veteran relying on benefits, cut. A family on food assistance, cut. Disaster response programs, cut. And the results? Nothing. Nada. A big shiny nothing burger. He bragged about cutting $2 trillion. Real number, maybe $160 billion. And even that's sketchy. The watchdog groups are still trying to find the receipts. Doge was never about helping the American people. It was a wrecking ball wrapped in buzzwords, an ego trip disguised as policy, and Elon Musk wasn't there to govern. He was there to break stuff and laugh while the cameras rolled. So yeah, Doge is dead, and good riddance, but let's not pretend it didn't leave bruises. The joke might be over, but we're the ones cleaning up the punchline. So here we are, and let's be real. Elon Musk leaving government isn't some clean break. It's not closure, it's not relief. It's more like the tail end of a stomach virus. You're still queasy, still sore, and still side-eyeing every meal, hoping it doesn't send you back to the porcelain prayer circle. Yeah, he's stepping back, but don't kid yourself. He's still in the bloodstream. This guy was a political STD. He showed up loud, spread fast, did lasting damage, and left behind symptoms we're still trying to treat. Sure, the special government employee contract expired, 130 days of wreckage, up in smoke. But that doesn't mean the danger is gone. It just means the infection mutated. He's still got his hands in the pockets of MAGA legislators. He's still whispering in the ears of strong men, overseas and here. He's still pitching himself as the guy who knows how to fix the system while lobbying for more tax breaks, more deregulation, and more chaos. And don't forget, he had access, real access, to Social Security databases, government employee records, emergency systems. Do you think he just gave all that up and walked away? No, this isn't retirement. It's a retreat, a tactical withdrawal so he can resurface with a rebrand. He's not going quietly into that good night. He's going underground. And unless we stay loud, stay aware, and keep calling this out for what it is, he'll pop back up, nastier, richer, and even harder to flush the next time. So now we get the interview. The CNBC clip. Elon Musk sitting there casually promoting his robo-taxi pipe dream, eyes glazed, voice flat, somewhere between Silicon Valley guru and malfunctioning NPC. And he says it, "I don't regret working for the Trump administration." No regrets? Well, no shit, Sherlock. When you're the richest man on earth, you don't feel regret. You don't feel consequences. You don't miss a rent payment. You don't skip a meal. You don't pray the car starts. And you sure as hell don't worry about Medicaid getting gutted because you've never had to use it. Of course Elon Musk doesn't regret wrecking the place. He didn't have to live in the debris. While real people were scraping by, juggling work, bills, kids, and survival, Elon was in D.C. with his Doge name badge, playing demolition derby with people's lives. And now that Tesla's tanking, the brand is radioactive, and even Trump won't return his texts. He wants to act like it was all just an interesting experience, a phase. Then he hits us with the "I don't think people care about the political views of CEOs" line. Oh, really? Tell that to your stockholders, Elon. Tell that to the Americans who canceled Tesla orders because they were tired of supporting a man who turned their government into a meme factory. No regrets? That's not maturity. That's delusion. And buddy, it's showing. You want to see a real fall from grace? Look at what happened between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. At first, Trump couldn't get enough of him. From January through early April, the man posted about Elon on Truth Social like a jilted prom date trying to win him back. Praise, fawning, Tesla this, SpaceX that. It was a digital cuddle fest. You half expected them to announce matching Mar-a-Lago bathrobes. And then, silence. After April the 5th, 0 posts, nothing, not even a passive-aggressive meme. It was like Elon got launched into deep space without a radio. Why? Because Donald Trump, grifter-in-chief, knows branding. He knows when the milk's gone sour, and he saw exactly what Harry Enten saw. Elon Musk had become political kryptonite. His numbers weren't just bad, they were radioactive. Touch him and your poll numbers melt. So what did Donald Trump do? Classic narcissist move. Idealize, use, discard. Elon got played like every other bootlicker who thought that they were the chosen one. 1 minute you're the golden boy. Next minute you're standing outside the gate like Rudy Giuliani holding a landscaping press conference next to a crematorium. Musk didn't walk away from politics. He got ghosted, and it was glorious. So let's bring it full circle. Elon Musk's political chapter is over, not with dignity, but with a whimper and a 130-day eviction notice. And despite the spin, despite the crocodile tears and regretless CNBC interviews, this isn't some tragic farewell. It's a cleansing, a long overdue lancing of a festering boil on democracy's backside. Remember how we opened this. Ding dong, the Doge is dead. The house came down. And Elon's legacy, the budget cosplay, the policy slash and burn, the space Karen antics, got flattened right along with it. And don't let anyone try to resurrect it with a rebrand. This isn't a redemption arc. This is a cautionary tale. Because Elon Musk didn't just walk into government and fail. He walked in, wrecked the place, looted the wiring, and tried to sell us a self-driving hearse to carry the corpse of our public institutions. And now that the world's finally waking up, we don't mourn a stomach virus. We don't build statues to political STDs. We don't feel sorry for parasites. We flush, we move on, and we remember exactly how bad it hurt, so we never let it happen again. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.